Yeah, man, it's Worldwide Sounds Records on DJ Chase, the pregame party mix podcast on 17 podcast networks on Dynasty Radio, Monday nights, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m., man. And YouTube DJ Chase TV on that YouTube. But tonight we got Boston's own, Massachusetts own D Beez, Roxbury's finest. You know the vibes. The bean, as they call it up there. What's up? What's shaking?
How you? How you?
I'm chilling, man. Just sitting here, just like one of them days you just have like it's like one of them lazy, was it Wednesday, lazy Wednesday days. So
Wednesday.
yeah, it's like a really hump day today. Like, it's not feeling like the weekend, but it's like you still got work to do, but you don't want to do that work.
I don't want to do it at all.
Yeah, it's one of those days, man. It's just like, you just be chilling. And today I'll just running some errands with the pops and just chilling with the family today. So I did absolutely nothing I wanted to do. So
those are the most exciting days.
Word, man. So Roxbury in the building. What's shaking? How you feeling?
I'm feeling great.
Yeah.
God is good. So
that's the PS5 back there.
It's the PS5. It wanted to be in.
Yeah, you got to show off. You're right. That's rich people stuff.
No, it wanted to be in the video so bad, so I figured I'd let it. I got the Xbox was hiding. The Xbox is hiding. Like, we don't want that. That PlayStation's like, look at me.
Yeah, I said I was gonna treat myself. I might get the 5 when I get in some new spot. I'm gonna definitely try to get the 5. I'm gonna see how the 5 is hitting. So I like that 2K. I want to get that 2K, the basketball game.
Oh, yeah, of course, 2K and Madden.
Yeah, definitely, man. How's the weather up there? It's been kind of sunny today and the last 2 days in New York. How's the weather up there in the Bean?
I'm not even gonna lie to you. I was a vampire yesterday. I didn't leave the house. I was writing so much music, but I went out today.
Yeah.
It was beautiful today, and I found out yesterday was better than today, which is
crazy. So you just been vamping and writing some music?
Yeah, I got to get this music out for the people. They've been hounding me. If you see my DMs, you'll be like,
well, because you famous, you Instagram famous, you got that cliz out. You know what I'm saying? You got that clout. So first and foremost, man, I want to get into a little bit of your background. I know this is a podcast, so all my listeners, I got a wide range of people all over the country, all over the world listen to my podcast. And what inspired you to be an artist? What made you want to be an artist out of all things?
I started off as a hooper, and I think this is about to be cliche, but I started off as a hooper. I was a decent hooper, and I was always the guy in a group of my friends where I always wanted to be like the entertainer, like the class clown, Mm-hmm. So my boys would always be like, yo, bro, like, you're probably going to be a movie star or something because, like, you're just so animated. You're just crazy. And I'm like, oh, cool, So my man Smooth, shout out to him. He just kind of got me going. And then my neighborhood, Orchard Park, we had some great rappers come out of there. Shout out to my OG man, Terra. He definitely inspires me. To this day, he's a great mentor. And then I was on the second floor of a building. And then on the third floor, above my grandmother, we had Bobby Brown.
Wait, what? In your grandmother's building?
Yeah, we had Bobby Brown.
Wow.
So, new addition from my neighborhood.
Yeah.
So I felt like, I wasn't the best rapper to start with. So I wanted to just get better over time. And, just continue to carry the torch, that legacy of my neighborhood to Orchard Park. So shout out Orchard Park. For sure.
Yeah, I don't know where I was at. My homeboy, Heavy, he's a big promoter up there. And I always been coming up there for like the last, when I've been coming, 2000, and then I've been up there a lot. Like to 2012, I've been coming up there from Central nightclubs to, Central. I did Central. I did almost all the spots up there. And, I have some of the cleanest projects I've ever seen in my life. They have some clean projects there. That's pretty different.
Yeah, the projects are
they're very clean.
Yeah, they're an interesting place. Not gonna lie. we don't have New York rats and stuff. So I guess that's
boy. I like Boston. Y'all show me hella love up there. Like that's my second home. Y'all show me hella love. Y'all definitely show me hella love up there. I respect it. And how has the I know on the inside, from the inside perspective, but how has COVID affected the Beans music scene?
It's been slow. Obviously, we don't have our venues open.
Yeah.
We go out, do shows. Thanks to the grace of God. I mean, I took a slight break, but thanks to the grace of God, the studio was still open to like, if you had a great relationship with the engineer, they would open the studio for you. Obviously, we'd follow those CDC guidelines and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But if you didn't really work in a studio before COVID, it was tough to get into a studio.
Yeah.
So I would definitely say the scene was definitely slow. The last couple of months, I'm not gonna lie, since things have been opening up, I've seen a plethora of new artists coming out the city. So all the Boston artists who are watching this, I am watching you. You know, I'm enjoying everything you guys have going on, and I hope I can open the floodgates and we just get out of here and just make it happen. We got to challenge New York and LA, that's for sure.
Listen, as somebody who's always in Boston, and the only reason I'm actually slacking because my boy Heavy's like, yo, come up there. Like even Lust, like DJ Lust that's up there, even like, yo, come up there. I'm like, bro, I'm like taking my sweet ass time. I gotta come up there though. Now, when COVID opens back up, bro, what do you hope to look perform at? What's your favorite venue up there?
House of Blues.
House of Blues.
House of Blues. I need it.
Yeah. I don't think I had that place yet. No, I didn't have been House of Blues. I seen it, but I drove past it, but I ain't go there yet.
I need it.
Yeah.
I do House of Blues, and then obviously down the line I'll do TD Garden with the Celtics play, because that's the big boy.
That's the big boy, yeah, with the bridge. And it's great. Y'all was the first one to have the light up bridge. Y'all was the first place I seen that, the light up bridge. Exactly. And then they built one in New York. They made one of the Brooklyn, one of the bridges going towards Brooklyn instead. Now they patented after the one in Boston, but I saw it in Boston first though.
Yeah, shout out to Boston setting trends, man. I knew
Boston definitely set trends. Y'all said trends for real. And that I was going to say too, you don't have to worry about competition, because all the acts want to come up there. They want to hit that market up there. Like all the rappers are definitely like, they love like the Boston, Connecticut area, the Rhode Island, all of that.
Right.
They all want to come up there and perform and shit.
Yeah, everyone's been flooding this place in New Hampshire. I haven't quite been up there yet, but
New Hampshire, yeah, I haven't been up there either.
I haven't been, but I'm right now. I'm hearing they're taking over. They're trying to get the scene while Boston's there. I don't think we're gonna have it. Our venues are just too iconic, too potent. I think we'll be fine.
Nah, Boston's that spot. So with that being said, man, how would you describe your sound? Like, what's your sound? Because I know your sound is. I'm gonna play. I'm gonna put memory on the podcast on audio version of the pod. What's the? How would you describe your sound?
My sound, I would describe it as real bar heavy. I try to be authentic. I try not to. When I write a record, I try to make sure the record comes out authentic to that raw emotion that I'm feeling in my heart as I'm releasing those words. So I would say definitely my sound, I wanted to touch the listener.
Yeah.
More than anything. Like when I say something like, hey, I grew up with my grandmother and we didn't have anything, and now I ride around in a Benz. Like, I want you to feel that. I want you to be able to say, hey, if you was in that situation, you could do the same thing. I want people to feel that. Like, I could do that too, because he did it.
Copy, man. Copy. And one of the things I want to ask you is the Keegan projects. Let's get into that, because it's Keegan 1 and then there's Keegan 2. What does the Keegan mean? What is a Keegan? Who is Keegan? What is Keegan? What does that mean?
Keegan's the street that I started rapping on in my neighborhood in Orchard Park. So if you look at the album covers, Keegan 1 is me standing in the baseball field. So Keegan's the dead end street to the right in the baseball field. In order to get into the baseball field, you could come in through Keegan. So I went in the baseball field for Keegan 1's cover, and I did Welcome to Orchard Park, because that's the entire neighborhood. And then Keegan 2, we just took the picture in the bleachers, with the fence. I wanted people to have that caged in feeling when they see the fence. So now everyone, when they go back and look at the album cover, they're going to actually see the fence. You know what I mean? So.
Copy, man. And I know there's a lot of Cape Verdeans up there, the squads up there, a lot of that. I know I seen recently that some fellas were indicted up there from like a big gang up there. So
those were the homies.
Yeah. So I want to know, how do you feel about the drill scene actually infiltrating Boston? Because it was all reggae when I'm up there. That's the reggae, the home. So how do you feel like the drill scene? How do you feel about the drill scene infiltrating up in Boston?
I think the drill scene up here is amazing. Shout out to 7981 Cal. Shout out to my bro Cheney. He's on the way from the drill scene. I honestly loved it. I loved what Cal did. He really came out and he hit it hard, and he gave Boston the voice as far as like, we're talented. And then we had other gentlemen like D the Flyers. So I want to say the drill scene actually slightly opened the door, and it allows guys like me, D the Flyers, Millies to come out. Shout out to Cousin Stiz. You know, we had a lot of guys. Cousin Stiz and Millie were a little bit before, but I felt like Cal really opened it where people can be like, okay, cool. Boston is not like all, you know,
Yeah.
white people and dogs walking down the street. People, you'd be surprised what people say about Boston. And I'm like, no, we're
Boston is hard. Boston is where it's at though. Boston's like a little Bronx now. Boston's definitely like a little Bronx now.
Yeah, Boston's different now.
Yeah, it's a lot different. And how was it opening up for Mr. Joyner Lucas? How was that?
Oh man, that was one of the last shows I did. Joyner is awesome. Shout out to Joyner. Oh man, he's such a class act. He watched everybody perform.
Oh wow.
Most openers on an ascend tip, they don't watch people. They usually show in, they collect it back in, and they kind of like, I'm about to do my thing.
Yeah.
And that Joyner, just his authenticity is just phenomenal. And I'm super happy with all the blessings that he's getting. And I watched him perform and I see how hard he works, and it kind of just rubs off on you. So shout out to Joyner for that, for sure. That was definitely a shining moment in my life.
Copy. And that was up there in Boston, right?
Correct.
Yeah. And you know, one of the segues to the next question in the sense of, you know, with a lot of the how should I say it? Like, Boston is still one of the last places that you can promote and market the old-fashioned way. You can still put up posters in Boston. You can still give out flyers in Boston. Now, and everywhere else is just based in strictly internet-based. Do you feel like you have to make a kind of a TikTok challenge or one of those? Because that's not your sound whatsoever. Do you feel like, you know, at some point for you to break that hump, because you have a big social media following, you have, you know, the accolades and the music to back it up, but right now, that one single hit, you know what I'm saying? Do you feel you have to make a TikTok single to get over that hump?
I do. I have it in me. I have a record called Tony Hawk that's already out.
Yeah.
And TikTok wasn't TikTok at the time Tony Hawk came out. Yeah. So TikTok came a little bit after. But I have it in me. I'm not even stressing it. There'll be a TikTok record coming soon. I got
you. So is he gonna do it? You gonna make one?
Yeah, for sure. That's easy. That's what I do. It's my job. It's my life. But that's so not your style. Like Memory is that dog. Memory is that's a tough tune right there. All right, so I want to share this with you.
Go ahead.
Please make it fancy. Don't kill me. Distant Memory. Shout out to Nice Well Spent. Distant Memory was a filler song. It wasn't even the song I was running with fully. So it was like one of those records where it was like, oh yeah, you know, it's on the project. If it hits, it hits, you know, and it hit. But the crazy part is Distant Memory, Keegan 2 defines who I am as a person.
Yeah.
More than anything. Like that, when you listen to Keegan 2, that's the person you're gonna get. Yeah. But as far as like music, being able to make other kind of music, I could definitely do it. Like I've written pop records, I've written club bangers, I've written some really decent records that just didn't hit Keegan. That's all.
Okay, so well, I don't think you should make a TikTok record being a fact. I don't think you should do it, but I understand you have a job to do. It's a job like everything else. I don't think that you should do that, but you know, I'm not sure.
I can mix them together. All
right, copy. Yeah, and what for those who are listening in, what's gonna set you apart? You know, because I know sometimes like a lot of artists, like especially like because you're not an underground artist, you're like a tier two level artist. What how should I say this? What sets you apart from you know, any other Boston artist? What sets you apart from any other Boston artist?
Oh man, I got the legendary grind in me. The most important thing about me is I've noticed a lot of artists that are to say this the right way. You know, I don't want to come off crazy. I want to be politically correct, but I notice a lot of artists that are really good studio artists, and then there's artists like I feel like myself that's ready. Like there's a reason why the Wiz Khalifas are the Wiz Khalifas and the Drakes are the Drakes and the J. Coles are the J. Coles. It's because like you got to hit another gear. You know what I mean? And I feel like I have that in me that next gear in me. You know what I mean? You gotta be able to command attention, demand attention, and then dominate it and give these people that love music the best music you can give it. So if I love my music and people love my music,
yeah,
spread this beautiful coat of love out here. And I think Wiz Khalifa does that amazing. So that's why with me, I always look at what some of the bigger artists are doing, really try to implement that into myself.
Copy. So I take it Wiz Khalifa is one of your influences. I take it.
Oh, huge.
Okay. So who's your? I was gonna ask you that too. I want to ask this. Who's your top 2 Boston artists besides yourself? The Bean has his own selective like group. Yeah, y'all very like amongst yourselves. Like that's the first place I've seen that y'all don't mess with nobody else else. Y'all don't mess with no other outsiders.
Ooh, I'm about to get beat up.
Who's your top 2?
Oh, top 2. I'm gonna definitely have to go with my bro Cheney. He's on the way.
Okay.
And number 2, this is tough. I'm gonna have to go with D the Flyers.
D the Flyers?
He had a record with Little Baby. Still one of my favorites. Free the Chain Gang. So those 2 guys right there.
Copy, man. And I have to ask this. I ask this to all my guests, especially my artists. Are you trying to get signed or you want to stay independent? What's up?
You know, the indie wave is the wave. But definitely eventually looking to get signed. Like my dream is to be, Rock Nation, Def Jam. As a kid, you want to be one of those, like Duke and Carolina to me. So that's a dream to just get in with one of them and just, to partner with them and build the Keegan brand. Maybe one day have Keegan Records under, Rock Nation or Def Jam. You know what I mean? That's my goal. To partner with them to be able to open the floodgates for the other artists behind me, so it won't be so hard. Copy, man.
And, I have to ask this for my producers. Now, do you get beats from a producer or you have one producer that you work with? I'm a producer, so I got to ask.
I get multiple producers.
All right, who you rocking with right now?
Shout out to my man, Buck Rose.
Yeah?
Yeah, Buck Rose, my man. Shout out to Ant Chamberlain. Shout out to Manny Manhattan. For real.
I'm a big Ant Chamberlain fan. I like Ant Chamberlain. I heard him on a Producer Grind podcast and been following him ever since.
I got one record on Keegan from him called 119 at Roxbury.
Yeah,
that thing slaps.
Yeah,
and it's a great. And it was a tribute to my brother, but it slaps. You know what I mean? So shout out to Ant Chamberlain. He's different. He's different.
Yeah. And how can an artist get you some beats? Do you pay for beats? You're not one of those guys who just be like, can I get a discount?
Nah. I pay whatever they ask me.
Copy. I gotta ask that from my producers, man. How can a producer send you some beats?
I'm so beez@gmail.com.
That's it.
I get so many of them.
Yeah.
I'm not bougie. I'm not bougie. I open them up and listen to it. On my next project, I'm not gonna say the producer's name. We spoke, but he's on my project, and I was telling Fancy the story earlier. He sent me a bunch of beats that were like, oh, okay, whatever. I told him my sound, you know what I mean? Because I like to, tell him like, hey, this is what you can improve on, but you'll be a beast. Add more of this. He sent me back the most craziest beat ever is making my project with no problem.
There you go.
He charged me $100 for the exclusive. I'm like, bro, I'm gonna pay you $200 because your beat is better than this beat that I paid $100 for.
Well, I got a new beat tape out, so I definitely wanna we gotta talk after this interview. We gotta talk because I want to sing some beats. So.
For sure. And I listen to them. I love my producers.
Of course. Nah, I appreciate that. And what is one of your what one career goal that you have this year? Like what's one career goal you hope to accomplish this year?
Be published by Complex.
Published
by Complex.
Yeah. How do you plan on reaching that goal?
Oh man, killing this next project. Killing this next just making it undoubtedly like we gotta put that kid on it. Just following the steps to being great.
Yeah. And with the memory out, man. So the EP is coming, the EP is out. Do you have a date for the EP or the album?
Not quite yet. There'll be one coming in the coming weeks. Right now I'll be 37 days from today. So
welcome.
Yeah, so I'm delegating that to 30-year-old Beez. Let him do that. 29-year-old Beez is like,
nah, it ain't that bad. Trust me, these are the best years of your life. These are your I don't give a F years. These you really you think all the stuff that you worry about in your 20s, you don't really give a shit about in your 30s, bro. You don't worry about none of that stuff. Trust me.
Oh, so that'll make my life so much easier.
You don't worry about none of that, bro. But nah, man, thank you so much for coming on the podcast, man. Shout out everything you want to shout out, plug everything you want to do, man. I know we're gonna do this again, so this is gonna be the first of many. We're gonna do another one when the album comes out. Plug everything you want to plug.
I appreciate you. Shout out DJ Chase for one. Shout out the podcast. Shout out Fancy. Shout out Keegan, everyone on Keegan. Shout out Mecca. Mecca for sure. That's my guy. Without him, I would not be here. Shout out my big bro Cheney. Without Cheney, I wouldn't be here, man. Just thank you so much, DJ Chase, once again. And shout out Boston for the one time. I'm So Beez. You can follow me everywhere at I'm So Beez. And go listen to Distant Memory. You'll probably love it.
There you go, man. You heard it first. My guy Beez right now on the Pregame Party Mix podcast on 17 podcast networks, man. DJ Chase, the Pregame Party Mix, man. Thank you once again for coming on the show. Shout out to Fancy for making this happen. Your correspondence, your go-to, you know what I'm saying? Shout her out. We gotta definitely. She got us organized tonight, so we made it work. It's DJ Chase, the Pregame Party Mix podcast, Worldwide Sounds Records, man. DJ Chase got beats out now on that Bandcamp. Go to YouTube, DJ Chase TV. What else? Dynasty Radio Monday nights, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. and we out of here. Yeah. DJ Chase TV.
It's official. Come on. Locked in with DJ Chase on the Pregame Party Mix